Okay, we're going to continue on with our lunch and presentation. Just as a little teaser intro, Leslie has provided. If anyone wants, since it's kind of alpha and quite Italian, we've got an Italian newsreel here for you.
In Cina il fascino della Mille Miglia conquista anche Pechino e dintorni con 5 giorni e 10 tappe. La corsa storica ha richiamato tantissimi spettatori. Seguiamo il corrispondente, ce ne parla ovviamente.
Come un viaggio nel tempo, la Mille Miglia Experience arriva in Cina, la leonessa bresciana dove la corsa è nata nel 1927 incontra il dragone, storia, emozioni, vetrina delle cose fatte bene in Italia. Come questa Giulietta Spider Alfa Romeo, che il 1961 è del 1961, rivela entusiasta Leslie Yuen, il suo proprietario cinese, vi fa tornare alla dolce vita. Dolce vita. La mia Fiat 750 Abarth classe 1957 ha già collezionato 6.000 miglia, racconta Ken Okuyama, designer giapponese che ha lavorato per Pininfarina e Ferrari. E poi c'è lei. Mercedes SL 300 classe 1954, ali di gabbiano, e si capisce perché.
Io nella mia vita ho restaurato case antiche e macchine antiche. 2 million euros.
Il valore, ce lo dice in inglese, 2 milioni di euro.
We are experts.
Noi rilasciamo i certificati di autenticità di queste auto, spiega Anthony Zwollen, presidente esecutivo e fondatore dell'European Classic Car Association. Ora c'è un vero interesse anche qui in Cina e le potenzialità sono altissime. 5 tappe, 10 città, partenza e arrivo a Canton, megalopoli di 19 milioni di abitanti. E poi la Cina remota, passati 40 anni dalla bicicletta all'auto del futuro. Ma il fascino di queste signore, dove il motore e una melodia, resta inarrivabile, passione, perfezione e tradizione.
Fantastico, emozionante, sono molto più ricercate le autovetture italiane rispetto alle autovetture degli altri paesi.
L'automobilismo classico unisce popoli diversi e già si pensa alla Venezia Sciana il prossimo anno sulle orme di Marco Polo, ma in auto storica.
There you go. So still, even in China, it still has all of the Italian heritage of the Mille Miglia.
It's before the union before. I get it all fixed. Turnersville, Tunerville, yeah, Tunerville. We're next to There's 104 names.
Okay, so Leslie Yuen, thank you so much for volunteering to give a talk today. Fantastic. Leslie is a retired business consultant specializing in go-to-market with decades of experience at Eastman Kodak, as well as a number of startup companies here in Silicon Valley. He holds an MBA from De La Salle University and studied innovation and business strategy at Stanford. Though retired, he's active in the car culture in both the USA and in China, and he's attended many of the challenging 1,000-mile races that are held now throughout the world, but especially China. His philosophy is, let's go and drive. Don't worry about things that go wrong. That's part of the memories for it. For example, there's Julietta Spider, blown valve cover gasket near the Great Wall of China. Duetto muffler falling off in Baja. It was 328 GTP coolant pipe leaking at the Virginia Hill climb, or Virginia City Hill climb. His pride and joy, little Julia, 1.3 1961 Alfa Romeo, along with a 1967 Duetto, a 78 Ferrari 308 GTS, and an 89 Ferrari 328 GTB, each of which he uses for different occasions. The cars all certainly have different personalities, and we definitely want to welcome Leslie and to hear about little Julia and his experience in China. So please welcome Leslie Yuen.
Thank you so much, Steve. It brings back a lot of memory. You certainly did that good research on my hobby. That video was captured by the Italian TV crew. They flew all the way along with the millimeter leadership team from Italy to China. And they follow us throughout the entire 6-day racing event. So we had 90 cars briefly. With the help, the support, we have close to 200 people to do a 6-day rally plus 3 days seminar and show and whatnot. So every day they have taken hundreds or close to 1,000 photos so that we don't have to. We just enjoy our drive, enjoy our party. At the end of the day, they will upload hundreds of photos to our website. Steve, did you download a photo or two? So that, this is an official, millimeter program. And in addition, they have also photographers follow you, and they can compile a coffee table book for you. If it's a special event, and you can buy that. And this is a really great experience. And obviously, sometimes people ask me, what is the infrastructure like in China? I have a few photos to show you. It's just amazing. In fact, I drove all the way up to a rice field because it was in November. And it's well paved, just close, I can access to the farmer's home. So this is one event I did last November. And I will spend most of the sharing about a millimeter China. And I also did one Hong Kong to Beijing in September. And I have David here as my co-driver. We did thousands of miles and partying and driving. And we went through 3 racetracks. And every day we have the special stage racing and time trial. So that is the second event. And I just came back from the Avatar Mountain Hill Climb. Remember the movie Avatar? It was filmed in China. So the local club, we did a spring drive there. We have about 80 people, a 1-week driving. And of course, we have special access to the top of the mountain and where we have the group photo. I think in short, it is just a lot of things going on. 3 events in 8 months, imagine. I'm here and they're restoring my Alpha now in China. In between races, because I've done it 10 years ago, so I know a lot of people. I know who to trust, I know the organizers, and in fact, one of the early entrants with me now, he is the restaurant #1 in China doing Porsche. I'm sure you have heard about Hackety, right? Hackety Insurance. They just released a video 2 weeks ago. They went to China and into the factory. They are remanufacturing, starting with the JDM, the AE86. And that is an amazing, a video. In 2 weeks, they have 3.8 million views. Go and Google search that made in China Hackety, it will come up. But the long story is that there is just a lot of things going on. And in fact, even Larry was there. They launched the movie The Drifter, the JDM with Sean Kang from Los Angeles. I think they were in Sonoma just a couple of weeks ago too, during the Velocity Invitational. And Larry traveled all around the world for car events. And in his word, he said he never seen something like that in China. It's the scale, the passion, and all the people are taking care of our cars. That's why I'm here enjoying my beef while my restorer in China is working. And they can turn around my car in less than 3 months. Complete bare metal restoration. I have a few photos with that as well. So I think this is what I'm going to walk you through, and hopefully brief, and then I'm sure that you have a lot of questions, including how much do you pay for your restoration? A lot of people ask. I said it's the same 100,000. Here you do a nice restoration for an alpha, it's about 100,000. But there is local currency. The exchange rate is 1 to 7. So just to give you an idea, and my rule of thumb is that things are cheaper at least by a half over there in terms of hotel enjoyment entry. I will also show you the entry for the military this year because the chairman said, Leslie, spread the good word, invite them all over, let's party. Okay, so I have some information about that one in my presentation. It started with about $10,000, one car, 2 people. All inclusive, $10,000. And the other thing is that it almost doubled the fun. The people are very admiring, are very appreciative, and very open. Roll out the red carpet. You look at the dinner that we had, right, at the Millie, and it's just a very, very different experience. Okay, with that, let me go into my slide. Now, I have a lot of information and my student in China just packed them together. So the formatting is a little bit off. So, but I'm here, I can explain to you. So this is the kickoff, and when the Italian team saw an Alfa Romeo or vintage Ferrari, they go crazy. They stopped me in the middle of the road. They said, Leslie, I want to interview you. I said, no, I'm racing. I want to win. And when I went and I get a first place time trial trophy. So that was good, So you work hard on it and you get something. I was really pleased, and my navigator was a 17-year-old high school student. So this is the passion of the next generation that they really want to train, and they are really into it. So I took off, and then at the bottom, this is all official photo you can download, so that you don't have to worry about, wow, who's taking a picture of me. You can just enjoy driving and partying. Now, the car is about the community. I want to start with a community. It's called a Ferrari Owners Group. It's a charity group. And about 12 years ago, in the BMW magazine, they found Elvis Presley's BMW. Do you remember that? About 12 years ago. And it belonged to Ferrari Owners Group members / I call him mentor. He's a big collector. And in fact, my Alfa is here. And the car has been in the barn storage for 40-some years. And then for some reason, BMW in Germany was able to locate this car. And the car now is in BMW Germany Museum. In fact, it was restored and shipped back to Pebble Beach. And do you remember the Elvis Presley white? Yeah. So at that time, we had a wonderful experience, and Jack, my mentor, was too old. He said, Leslie, why don't you, this is the Hans, one of the BMW museum director, retrieving the car from the barn in Half Moon Bay. And this is Jack's car. This is a 1959 California long wheelbase. So he said, Leslie, I'm too old. Here's the key for the California Spider. Let's go on a road trip. I said, wow. So I was driving the Cal Spider. That was quite an experience. My wife asked me, do you know how much does it worth? Do you have enough insurance? I said, yeah, for 2 seconds. But after that, you start the engine. Wow, you forget about everything. We had a wonderful trip at Pebble because of the BMW background. The host, BMW, really took care of us in the VIP at Pebble. They have a private events. And then we met with the museum director and asked, what do you want the car to be painted? Because it was white. Why it painted into red is because there are a lot of girls, Elvis Presley, come in and kiss the car. So a white car with all these lipsticks, why don't we paint it red? So there was a lot of background information during the board meeting / dinner, about that. And obviously, this is also a community. I think it's not just about the car itself, it's the people, and you take care of each other. And then when Jack passed away, I said, Jack, let's go to China and do something. Of course, he passed away, and then I took his Julieta with me. So when this is Julieta, now, and when the Hong Kong news heard about it, this is a South China Morning Post, by the way. It was 10 years ago. So they did an interview about, who is this guy from San Francisco coming to China to do events like this, So I told him about the background, and that they were very, touching. As a matter of fact, when Jack couldn't make it, at least his car was there to participate. And the other event was just happened 2 months ago. And again, the culture is so respectful. They have the media with us the entire time and write an article and publish in the local Times Journal in Chinese. So I will go to more of that. But these two press reflect that the local culture in China is that people really welcoming, people very respectful of this classic car. They really enjoy it, they really roll on the red carpet. So let's focus more on the entire mini program. First 3 days, they have an exhibition, party, seminar, and whatnot right at the heart of the city in Guangzhou. As you can see, a very festive line dance, fireworks, and then they can show the car to the public, and they can talk to the owner / racer. And here is the Italian General Consul of Guangzhou. So they really elevated into a very formal, official, welcoming dinner. Then he was the keynote to kick off, and counterpart by the local mayor to explain about the history, the event, the two countries, and all this party. And also, they have, as I said, training / seminar before the race, so that people can, learn from, and which is very well received, by the way. And they have cars. This one is shipped from Japan. Remember the video? This is owned by Ken Ukuyama, and he was the design director at Farina. He designed Ferrari 458, Enzo Ferrari, and among other things. So we have 200 people from 8 countries who ship our car there in the party. This is a double bubble staccato. And this is the exhibit, the general public, and more cars. And again, this is the official photo. You can download from the website. This is an SL 300. In fact, in the video, I think I was interviewed, and also Ken from Japan, and also the chairman of the European Collector Car Club, and the other one is the SL Club member / owner of the SL. And this is the timing. It's just like in Italy. They in fact shipped the entire crew, operation team, and also equipment from Italy to China to execute this program. And this is a Porsche Speedster. It came from the Porsche Museum in Germany. They had also, I think, Turbo and also an SC. They shipped 3 cars over there. Now, this is the first day after the race where the video was taken. It was in a big hall in Guangzhou. Actually, this is just about a few miles away from David's hometown in Checkham. So David was with me with another event as well. So this is the old ancestor hall, and you can see the tables, open community. And we all have a great dining experience there. Nice weather, nice car around. So this is how they party. Take a closer look how they set up the table. It's really nice.
We love the table.
So they have entertainment, firework performances, and a lot more play. So this is the sponsor, pretty much, this is the official worldwide sponsor. And the grand prize for the winners, not 1, 2 Chopard watches. That's the driver and also the navigator. And they have categories for each wins. So the sponsors are very, very generous. And if you want to win, you can pay $10,000 entry and get 2 watches back. Pretty good deal, huh? I think they're at least $10,000 a piece. The special year memorabilia watches. And this is the gentleman who took all the photos and put it into a coffee table booklet for you, and you can go and view your cars, and if you like it, you can buy it. If you don't like it, it's okay. So people are viewing their results, or rather their photos quality. Interesting. Here on this side is Francesca. He is the COO of Milli Italy, and the management team were there and meet the people. And this gentleman is the son and grandson of Leonardo, the gentleman who designed the Ferrari 308 LM from Italy. And his father is 80-some years old, he couldn't go. So the son and the grandson were there to party. So there are a lot of networking from Europe, going into China and do these events. And in the background, I hear a lot more very high-end brand like Goodwood. They were there to party. Maybe also looking for partnership and looking for launching their related brand into China as well. And this is only the second year of the Milli. I'm sure more to come. So basically, this is a summary of, we went to 10 cities. This is the city of Fusan, where the origin of the Kung Fu. Bruce Lee, I think his master came from this town. So we stopped by, and among other 10 cities, some are famous for lychee, some are famous for hot spring, some are famous for foot massage. So all you can take. You know, basically, we're doing a very special driving vacation. So this is the time they clock you and for the day, and also they have time trial, and also they have average speed. So for the trophy I won, it was the average speed. Say in a beautiful countryside, they will block off certain sections of, say, maybe 5 kilometers, and you complete it in 8 minutes. So they have all the tracking device, GPS and whatnot. So you have to manage your speed, not racing at 100 miles per hour, but averaging maybe 30 miles an hour. So this is one of the time trial, and also they have the average speed and the overall as well. So it's a lot of fun. You don't need a super car or hypercar to win. And this is, of course, Francesca was kicking off the event. You see, all these trophies, they don't know how to drive in China. It's easy to win. If I can win, you can win too. And the grand prize went to Ken Okuyama, and there was a Farina trophy. They only give it to Formula One, the Farina trophy. And the second group gave it to is the Mille. So he won the grand trophy. Now this is my navigator, and everything they give out a pair. You know, 2 watches, 2 trophies, 2 of these and 2 of that. So bring a friend if you want to go.
How often do they do it?
Every year. In fact, I have a little bit of the information at the slide, and I can tell you the day and the time. So this is really close to David, my co-driver's hometown. This is November harvest season. You see the harvest here. They have a paved road all the way going in between the fields. So this is how the infrastructure is in China. Even in the back road villages, it's very accessible. Okay, here we go. So this is a 2026 event. I think it started in November 12 to 22, and this is to go through 12 cities, a little bit different so that they can have repeat customer. I don't want to drive the same route every time, right? And this is the price. I think starting with a 9,000 euro, you get a basic into the race, 5-day racing. 1 car, 2 people, 1 hotel room, or if you don't like, or you snore, you can get 2 hotel rooms, pay a little bit more, so that you can have a good night's rest. And this is in Guangzhou, is the head office, and this is a little bit of the high end is 15,000 euro. Then you can enjoy the entire show, training, pre-racing and all that. And everything, either package is including the hotel food and 1 car, 2 people. And the chairman now is in Italy. As you know, the Mille is going on as we speak in Italy. So I saw some posting from the China chairman. They said, sorry they couldn't come, but they said, Leslie, please tell our friends in San Francisco, you guys are welcome. Yes?
Do you have regular traffic that you're driving with for these events?
Yes. In fact, this is an open road event. We would go out maybe if we stay in the downtown that night. There may be some traffic if we start at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, but there will be police escort to certain blocks just to get you, out of the downtown. And most of the time we were at the back roads. That's where these old car, that's where the scenery, that's what the the one for, not in the highway. Yes. So that was November, yes, last year. But before that, I did a Hong Kong to Beijing. Hong Kong to Beijing in September. In fact, this time, David was my co-pilot all the way. We started in Hong Kong, we ended up in Beijing. In fact, this Hong Kong Beijing rally was an official World Rally Championship event. You can go back to YouTube, you can Google Hong Kong Beijing Rally, and it started in 1985. China had nothing. All you see is just dirt road, and you have these international rally drivers. They shoot the car there, they compete, just like any other station. It's a world rally event. I think it lasted till 96. So there were quite a few, events that ran through Hong Kong to Beijing. And now the new management team came in, and the chairman is a 75-year-old gentleman, and he was the Subaru team manager at that time. And he had a lot of connections. He invited all his buddies back, including one from Italy. He shipped his Lancia. He's in his 80s, must be. And he shipped it, he wanted to do it again, and there are a lot of local and China entry as well. So there are a lot of veterans who really did it. And in fact, the mechanic last year was the rally mechanic in 95. And he's still helping out and working on cars, make sure that we can, enjoy our trip. And there is a gentleman. So this is the takeoff from Hong Kong. So one thing about it is that they give uniform, so everybody can know if somebody get lost, they are our group. And I want to show these pictures that this gentleman here, Robert and Michael, we were at Old Town, maybe 2,500 years old town, and they just love this photo. They have a picture in front of it. And this is a 1963 Studebaker. And in fact, he chartered the entire plane. He flew one car from Nashville, Tennessee to Hong Kong, and just to participate. And we learned that he is also an award-winning film director, right? Producer, yeah, Michael, yeah. So he may put this event journey into a Netflix or something. But anyway, they had such a great time that they are signed up again, and we will see them in this year rally in October. David, are you scared or are you coming back with me? You're all for it, huh? So David is coming back too. So I have invited a few friends to come with me, and also Victor in another drive. He happens to be in town. Leslie, I want to hang out for 3 days, 2 nights. He said, okay, no worry, I charge you 10% of the price. You have your own hotel room, because I have to take care of that. So this is David and I. We finished Hong Kong to Beijing event, and the Alpha made it. A lot of people said, you cannot make it to Guangzhou from Hong Kong. This is an old piece of shit, Remember, it was in the barn for 40 years, right? So my mechanic in San Francisco come out, we share the same mechanic, and he helped us to put together mechanically, run, and then ship it to China. So this is, in fact, Hong Kong Beijing is a very hardcore driving group. We went through 3 racetracks, and every day we have the time trial. We have going to the beautiful country road, and we have certain section they can time you, and they rank you. People very, very competitive. And in fact, a lot of heavily modified JDM, right, David? Porsche, We had 35 cars last year, and they're expecting more this year. And some entry already know from Europe, they're coming. And also the oldest one could be 250 Ferrari Lusso is coming to run this event. So this is Robert, you know, it is a lovely Studebaker. And again, you know, winning is much easier in China, right? They give out lots of trophies, you know, lots of awards, and to Robert's credit, he got the third place award, and we just stole the trophy to have that picture, so that Robert can here be with us. And also, they give beautiful, beautiful award, you know, with your name, the driver, co-driver, the car, year, model, and a pretty good description of the accomplishment that you have achieved. You know, Hong Kong, Beijing this year, we talk about 4,400 kilometers. I did the math. It's almost like a cannonball run from New York to Santa Monica. But because of the tourist element of it, they make it into a 12-day driving. So it averaging out about maybe 5-6 hours drive, couple of hundred miles. It's really relaxing. And again, they will go through the western country mountain region. Last year we went direct, Wuhan and all the way up, because last year was about 5 or 6 days, right, David? Last year was 6 days, and this year was 13 days, 12 nights. So, and again, this is a different route. Qingdao, Chongqing is the Panda Garden. Hopefully we have some time to visit the Panda Garden. And Changsha and Sichuan is just beautiful. In fact, west of the Chengdu, 3 hours out to west, there's a Route 318. You can go all the way to Xinjiang, Tibet. So this year, David, we're gonna try it out. You know, it's a beautiful. It's just like Switzerland, beautiful lake, beautiful mountain road. So all these, you know, route or destination they plan together is just so beautiful. So this is Hong Kong, Beijing in October 12 through 26 or something. Now, this is in March, not March, April. You remember the movie Avatar, the Hollywood movie? It was filmed in China, a place called Zhangjiajia in Wuhan. So the local club, the Hong Kong Classic Car Club, we have 35 cars, about 70, 80 people. We did a 1 week drive, a spring drive, club members only, to this mountain. You see at the back, this is where the beautiful mountains. Now this is the way up. You see this, you're coming down from the plateau. This is the road coming down here. And then you have, they call it the wedding cake turns. You see 3 stacks. And altogether there are 99 turns. In fact, Red Bull just hosted a hill climb event there just about a couple of months ago. Not months, even weeks. I saw my friend posted. And this is the beautiful mountain and the beautiful road they have it to access. And in some particular spot, it is close to the public. Now, Steve, you talk about, you know, the experience. It was pouring, you know, and this is my co-driver this time, at the end. Now he runs almost like candy store equivalent to the Bay Area. They have a storage facility, social, and also a lot of them is the education, how to train up the next car guys. So I know people for 10 years, so I trust them. I invite them to come along to party too. Now, do you remember a Top Gear? They had an episode about the Range Rover Challenge. You can go to YouTube to find out. So that was a Top Gear episode, and this is a 999 steps. They drove a Land Rover all the way to the top and succeeded. Who have seen that episode or video? Okay, a few of you. All right. So that was in the Atherton Mountain, and it's a huge national park. And an American pilot might have drove a stunt plane through this Heaven's Gate. And again, you can ask AI, right? They can give you all that. Yes?
Actually, there's a skydiving, that's what flies through that.
Skydiving, yeah. So when you tour that, they have just a lot of sports, along the visitor center. How this international sports, skydiving, drifting, racing, and all that. That's a pretty cool track, if you like driving, hill climbing. And this is a shot. This is a beautiful landscape, and this is one of the members taking a Rolls Royce open top, and beautiful trees, just a nice road throughout. Now, this is a shot. Now my car is done. You see the Mili, Hong Kong, Beijing, and all that. It is in this storage museum, like a candy store here. This is in Guangzhou. It's really, really well received and give a lot of education to the younger generation. In addition to this, they have a bar and happy hour and whatnot, simulator training, And this is a night performance at the Atherton Mountain. This is a natural mountain, not indoor, and they build something, the seating, and people can enjoy the show of the story of the history of the village 2,000-3,000 years ago. If you don't want to drive your Alpha or Land Rover up there, you can hike. You see these tourists hiking up the Heaven's Gate. Now, this is the spring tour group from the Hong Kong Classic Car Club. At the background, we're on top of this mountain. Now, this is a national park. It's closed road. But then again, they open very welcoming as long as you drive a nice car. The park ranger can lead you up. So we have 3 lead cars, my Alpha, the Rolls Royce convertible, and a Jaguar. That's where we have the photo. And springtime could be, rainy, but we are very pleased to have that. It's just once in a lifetime. When you go tourist, you go travel, you cannot drive your car up there. But it is the respect, of the classic car, the respect of the group, so that the local national park, they open for you. Okay, now now the next event is coming up in October, November. So in between events, my car is doing a full bare metal restoration now in China. And the workers are so pleased to work on this car because they haven't seen one like this before. They just love to touch it. They're so proud to work on it. They take pictures of it. So normally, they said, Leslie, it takes 3 months, but you 2.5. So I may fly out there later this month to open a champagne to celebrate. Now this is before they remove the engine. because it was wet and rainy. He said, Leslie, I don't want to wait. When I bare metal the body, I don't want to wait till it rusts. A week or a few days, it will become rusty again. Let me do the rust proofing for you before we remove the engine. And after that, they remove the engine. It's the entire shell now. Now, somebody talk about the infrastructure. Now, this is my last run of my Alpha. You see this little bridge on the top? You see that? Getting into another city. The entire South China region, Guangdong. Have you been to Macau, Hong Kong? Okay, you have. It is connected by a super infrastructure. It has 30 miles of bridges, tunnel, because the tunnel is that they can still let the ship going right on top. It's a very commercial Hong Kong, and Macau region. So they built this infrastructure connecting. So, at that time you may have taken a hydrofoil or something to Macau, right? Brian?
Yeah, I thought you said for Hong Kong.
Huh? Oh, no, but the infrastructure is just used to be an hour to 2 hours hydrofoil to go to Hong Kong and Macau, and now it just takes, when you're on the freeway, maybe 15, 20 minutes to Hong Kong, Macau, and to the other side is Zhuhai. And even the inland delta, this is taken from the inland delta, it's all connected. The entire Pearl Delta region is all connected. And the road inside, I haven't seen a bad road except that we went to the racetrack, remember? Hong Kong, Beijing. So they make a dirt road just for us. The dirt road racetrack. You want to experience dirt road? Go to our racetrack, dirt road. One thing before I forget, as people get so passionate. Before day one, when we were in the dirt track, there was a Toyota Celica flipped and overcooked a turn and flipped. So the guy said, I paid all the money, the hotel, the food, what I'm gonna do? He said, okay, he ran a car, continue on the week-long vacation, and come back. The car was flipped, the windshield was broken, the fender, the door, and everything is a total loss. And then the car was left there in Guangzhou. After the trip came back, the car is fixed. Brand new. So when he drove back to Hong Kong, he doesn't have to tell or explain to his wife. So the bottom line is that when you look at the Hakiti made in China video, people are just so passionate, and maintaining, fixing, doing that. And of course, it's a business opportunity for them too, right? So this is a very, very different culture, and I'm glad that they're taking care of my car. We're not getting any younger. So that's why I know the people. It's all about the community. I can trust them, I can live them, I can be here, they can help me fix my car. So the bottom line is that it's just amazing. And the other topic is that I try to experiment with the carbon fiber hood in my Ferrari 308, for some of you might have seen. And I went to China last month. Because of the candy store, China, or the store, we attract a lot of ecosystem. And the guy, you should meet this guy, Leslie. I went to his shop. He already has the patent or authorized Lamborghini fiberglass carbon fiber supplier. In fact, he told me he also get the patent from Ferrari, working on some, nice body kit for them. So I'm going to go to him maybe in a couple of months. I'll do my 308 GTB Michelotto Group 4 or whatever. I have 2 cars in Hong Kong. So with that, I thank you very much. One more. This is Ken. Remember he got the trophy. Yeah. This is Ken. And this is Victor. Victor spent a couple of days with me in my last run. This is the Everton Mountain. Yeah. So, if you have any questions, I thank you for your time. Yes.
So there's some very nice cars on this trip. What is the kind of minimum, at the other end of the scale, what's kind of like the minimum requirement for a car?
Good question. The Mini website has very detailed, about the run group. The first group is always the 27 through 57.
Okay.
And then if you drive a Ferrari, there's always a Ferrari running group, right? Even in Italy today. And then they would tear out from their 60s, 70s, and a cut off. And so this is very diversified group, number one. And number two, China in itself didn't import car until the 80s. So you might see some Porsche 928, you may see some Ferrari, or you may see some like my out there 328, Mercedes-Benz, Lexus, and whatnot. Yeah, but the local they don't have that really vintage classic. So it depends. For overseas, we can always ship nice car into it.
How difficult is it to ship a car there? Do they help you with the logistics?
Yes, they have an authorized shipper. You can, if you sign up, they can guide you through the logistics. For me, I shipped my first car, I used Cosdale, local. I think they ship car for Pebble Beach, right, Ed? Cosdale, yeah, Martin Button. I used them, really good, really reliable. I shipped it 10 years ago, and then 2019, I shipped my second car. I have two cars in Hong Kong. With this Italian car, you always need a backup, right? Running 1,000 miles and whatnot. So I have two cars in Hong Kong, and also Cosdale helped me to ship that. I paid $2,000 at that time, one way. I don't know how much does it cost now. I'm sure that a lot of shippers can help you to price it out. And if you ship two cars in a 40-foot container, it may be less. Yeah. Give or take 10,000 round trip.
Well, fantastic. That was extremely interesting.
Thank you so much. And again, this is all about the community. If the European car group can send a delegation here, lunch bunch, we can do it too. Now, I am retired. I have no financial interest with any organization, because if you have one, you cannot do the others. I want to do them all. Just pay the money, go out and enjoy it. This is my retirement hobby. Thank you again.